Hey everyone, I'm Professor Jennifer Bonner, and I will be leading you in our 5-week term of art appreciation. So, welcome. I hope you guys are having a great semester so far. If you're not familiar with Blackboard, you can navigate through our course using the toolbar on the left side of your Blackboard screen. So, you should see different modules like reading quizzes and announcements, discussions, those kinds of things. And so, you can just toggle between those to access our course material. If you haven't done so yet, please go ahead and check out our syllabus and review that. If you do not have a copy of our text yet, I would recommend getting a digital access copy just because we only have 5 weeks, and so you won't really have much time to catch up on the reading if you're waiting for a book to come in. They may have copies at the bookstore still, so I would check that out if you are a hard copy person. I know I prefer to have a hard copy, but if you do the digital access, it's pretty cheap, like cheaper than the physical copy, and you can get immediate access. So I think that's a great option, and the library actually has a link to a good digital version of the text. Um, Moving on from there, there is a recommended schedule for this course. So this 5-week term is asynchronous, which means that everything's available now, and you have until April 29th, which is the last day of term, to turn in everything. However, since it is an entire semester's worth of work condensed down into 5 weeks, I would recommend parceling it out, having a bit each week. So my schedule is just a good recommendation for sort of how much time I think you should be investing in each thing. So I would check that out, and I would read through the schedule now just so you can see if you think, wow, that week looks kind of heavy, and I know I have this, that, and this other thing that week, so maybe you might want to move some things to a different week. But let me know if you have questions about that. But yep, everything's due April 29th. This class is very self-guided, so I'm here to support you, but the reading of our text is pretty integral to this course, and the terminology in the text is going to inform your writing assignments. It's going to inform your participation in the discussion forums. So please be prepared to invest the time in that. I am here if you have questions about anything. I'd love to discuss the reading with you, but just let me know and we'll schedule those virtual office hours. For those of you wondering what this course is about, this is art appreciation. So we'll really be learning visual literacy. And what I mean by visual literacy is the vocabulary to be able to discuss art in a constructive way, just by looking at it. So not even needing to research an artist or research the piece. It is good to know those things, but being able to look at a work of art and tell me things about it, like about its texture, about its symmetry. Is it representational? If it's representational, is it realistic or is it an abstracted representation? Is it fully abstract to a point where it's not objective and we can't name anything that it's representing? These kinds of things. Also being able to identify what kind of work of art something is. Not always obvious. Sometimes something is just a painting, or it's a photo, or it's a sculpture. But we will be looking at some work this term that's a hybrid of a lot of different kinds of mediums. And so learning how to discuss those things, I think, is really useful. And it also just expands our notion of what art can be. So like I said, we will be using the text a lot, but in our discussion forums, I'll be posting links and videos to pieces that you may not have seen before, public works of art that mix performance with sculpture, works of art that raise political questions and act as a form of peaceful protest. So I think all these things are really important for you to know, that art has functions outside the gallery. So I hope you guys really enjoy looking at those pieces. Pay attention to the terminology in your text, because those kinds of things will really help you in our discussions and in your writing assignments. So we have 2 writing assignments. One is going to be you going to a museum or looking on the Museum of Modern Art archives, choosing a painting to discuss, a painting specifically, and giving me a visual analysis, a formal analysis of that work of art. So it's not a research paper. You're not, giving me a biography of the artist. There's a whole other video about this, so I don't want to like wax poetic on it, but you'll be using your language to tell me things about that work of art. And I think that that's a really good opportunity. The second paper is a research paper, but it's short. And I think you'll really enjoy the subject matter of that one. So just wanted to check in and say hi. Um, the two easiest things that you can do to kick off this term are to go to our introductions discussion forum and just post a little bit about yourself. There's a prompt in there for what you can post. Feel free to add photos to it if you want to show me your dog. Love dogs or cats, whatever you want to show. But yeah, say hi in the intro discussion forum, and then also submit your honor pledge, which is just a commitment to submit honest work this semester. So those two things were 25 points each. Easiest 50 points you'll get all semester. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. You can go ahead and get started on reading chapters 1 through 3, and you'll be hearing more from me soon. So welcome, and please let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.